Okay, what if one tool could write your emails, organize your entire workflow, and help you build a fully working app, even if you've never ever coded a single line in your life? Yeah, it sounds a little too good to be true, right?
Well, guess what? That tool is real. It's called Claude, and it's already helping millions of people every single day to think bigger and move faster. It's built to help you write,
To automate all those tedious, boring parts of your job.
And maybe the coolest part, to build things you never even thought were possible. So today, we're going to break down Claude's 3 core products: Chat, Cowork, and Code. And trust me, you'll want to stick around because I have a feeling one of these is about to become your new secret weapon. All right, let's dive right in. So what exactly is Claude? Well, it's an AI assistant made by a company called Anthropic, and they're one of the most respected AI safety and research companies out there. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like having this incredibly smart colleague who's just always available 24/7.
And here's what makes Claude really unique. It isn't just one tool. It's actually a whole suite of 3 different products, and each one is built for a very different kind of task. So let's walk through them one by one.
Okay, first up, we've got Claude Chat. And for most people, this is where their journey begins. Think of it as your conversational partner, ready to tackle pretty much anything you can throw at it. So you just go to Claude AI, type in what you need, and it responds with this amazing clarity. Like you can give it a super complex topic, say machine learning, and it'll break it down into simple, plain English. Need to draft a professional email? Just ask Claude. Got a 40-page PDF report that you need summarized into like 5 key bullet points? Yep, just upload it. Claude handles that in seconds. But here's the thing that really truly sets Claude Chat apart from the pack. It doesn't just spit out the first answer it finds. It actually feels like it's thinking through the problem. It considers different angles, and sometimes it'll even ask you a clarifying question just to make sure the response it gives you is genuinely useful and not just some generic answer. So, who's this for? Well, students are using it for research and, writing papers. Creators are relying on it to brainstorm ideas and map out their content. And you've got professionals using it every single day to draft proposals and get ready for those big meetings. And one of the best parts? The free tier is genuinely one of the most powerful AI tools available right now. You can try it out for yourself for free at Claude.ai. Okay, now let's level up. Next is Claude Cowork. And believe me, for anyone who isn't a developer, this one could be an absolute game changer. So Claude Cowork is a desktop app that lets Claude work directly on your computer. It gets right to work, actively doing things like renaming files, sorting folders, even summarizing your meeting notes. Just imagine you've got, say, 200 project files that all need to be renamed and organized. Instead of spending hours clicking away, you just tell Cowork the rules and poof, it gets the job done for you. So here's the really crucial difference you need to get. Claude Chat is an assistant. It answers questions. But Claude Cowork, that's an agent. It actually does things. And a huge part of its power comes from these incredible built-in integrations. With Claude and Excel, it can literally open your spreadsheet, understand all your data, write complex formulas, and fill in entire columns just from a simple command. Then you have Claude in PowerPoint, where you can just describe a presentation you need, and it builds it for you. We're talking slides, layout, the whole shebang. I mean, for professionals, executive assistants, small business owners, really for anyone who loses hours every week to those repetitive digital tasks, Claude Cowork is genuinely like hiring an extra team member. One that, never needs a coffee break. And finally, there's Claude Code. Now, this is the one that makes even seasoned developers' jaws drop the first time they see it in action. Look, this is way more than just a simple suggestion tool that auto-completes a line of code for you. No. Claude Code is a command line tool that acts as a full-on coding agent. You give it a high-level goal, and it just starts writing the code, creating the files it needs, and even making sure that tests are passing. So what exactly is a coding agent? Well, it's an AI that can understand the context of your entire code base. You can ask it to add a new feature, and it will figure out which files to create or change. You can point it at a bug, and it'll diagnose the problem and write up a fix. It's like a true collaborator for anyone who builds software. Phew. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. So after all that, the big question is, which version of Claude is the right one for you? Let's bring it all together and figure that out. All right, let's break it down really simply. If your day is full of asking questions, doing research, and a lot of writing, doesn't matter if you're a student or a pro, Claude Chat is going to be your go-to. Now, if you're getting bogged down with all those repetitive digital chores like managing files or creating reports, Claude Cowork is designed to step in and just automate all that work for you. And finally, for all you builders, engineers, and creators, Claude Code is built to be your AI development partner.
See, each one is super powerful in its own way. So the only real question left is, which one is going to be the tool that completely changes the way you work?